Afterpay, Australia's greatest export. Let's have a look. Good morning everyone, I'm Florian Heise and welcome to another episode of Heise Says. I have my stein of coffee here and I thought we would have a look at this article about Afterpay. We've all seen these stickers around shops and I've wondered, why are people doing this? How are they making money? A little bit more about it. Now before we get into this article, which written by Jason Murphy from news.com, in which US experts pretty much criticize some of the, non-unique features of Afterpay. It's a very easy replicable company, that's why there's so many competitors. Let's look at two bits of data, I think. The first is their share price from 2017, shooting all the way up, and it was founded in 2014, from $2.95 Australian, up to now $35.12 Australian. So it's shot up. But there's another bit of data I'd like you all just to be aware of, and this is from Trading Economics. No, I'm not sponsored by them. This is consumer credit in Australia. Look at that jump. Look at that jump. This is from 2018. So we'll go from 14, 16, 17. Then look at that recent just jump up. Now I wonder if that has anything to do with Afterpay. Also, isn't really a good sign for the economy, particularly considering how everything else is going. So I think we need to keep these things in mind when we're looking at just what people are saying about Afterpay. So guys, if you like this type of content and these videos, please help share the videos and share the channel. Get the word out there so more people can have conversations about this with a little bit more information at hand. So, Afterpay backlash intensifies as US experts slams Aussie startup. Now let me know in the comments, guys, have any of you purchased? Did you buy in the IPO of Afterpay? Buy some shares right at the beginning. Because, consumer spending, get people to spend. Afterpay, the incredible growth story that is representing Australian businesses on the world stage and making a fortune in the process, is taking on serious criticism, even as its stock price hits new high. Well, there's a few things we can just deconstruct in that sentence. The fact that the stock price is getting new record highs. Well, considering how emotional the markets are at the moment. Trade talk may be positive between China and the US. Stocks shoot up. Oh, it's not as good as we realized. It shoots down. It is just ludicrous. It is very emotive. So is that the best way to measure the success of a company? The share price depends on your time frame. Depends on your purpose of investing in the company. And the fact that this is representing Australian businesses overseas. And just remember that. This is what we're being seen as, the innovation nation, the nation with a declining education system, the nation with a primitive economy, where essentially our biggest export is hipster lay-by with an app and you get to take the stuff home. Okay? Afterpay stock is up an incredible 600% in just the last 2 years. If you put your $1,500 into it in October 2017, you'd have more than $10,000 now. It has made its founders rich and turned the world of shopping on its head. But one American business expert has pointed out a major flaw that makes Afterpay, with a market value of $8.8 billion, vulnerable to competitors. Well, yes, I think it's bloody easy to replicate, isn't it? There you go, there's the stock price. So retailers love Afterpay. It is the one thing they've found that can make millennials, especially women, spend up. Well, isn't that interesting? Maybe the MGTOW blokes can give their insight into that little statement there. Encouraging millennial spending. Yeah. What are you going to use Afterpay to buy? Just garbage. Stuff you don't absolutely need. Are people using it to pay for the groceries? I doubt it. So Afterpay is spread across the world like a virus as retailers adopt it. Usually get a big increase in sales as a result, from Levi's to Ray-Ban. Big brands love Afterpay, even if they have to give up a percentage of every sale to the company. So that's how Afterpay, or one of the ways that Afterpay makes their money. And for those of you in small business, this isn't such a crazy idea. Often, I mean, you would give a discount if clients paid an invoice early. I've never done it because I need it. Architecture is a highly competitive field, but you know, you'd give a 1% discount, a 0.5% discount if they pay early. You know, if you hunt online for evidence of how young people are using Afterpay, you get the impression they're using it a lot, but not wisely. I mean, how can you use it wisely? How can you use it wisely? Let's jump back here. Look at that. I mean, look at the last year, guys. June to July, consumer credit. Look at that jump. Just around the end of financial, when everyone went out on their credit card or got their Afterpay expecting to get that cash bonus from the government, which was a tax deduction. So that didn't really work out, did it? Did it? And while we're at it, let's just jump here and look at consumer confidence or consumer sentiment. Look how it's plunging down. But no, I'm sure everything's going fine. Yeah. So here's some of the evidence. So day, it's safe to say I would have been better off never discovering Afterpay. So total owing in 2 weeks she owes $33, and then 30 days $66, and then 60 days $100. So she's got to pay on the 18th. Okay, so $21 for that, and $11 for that. So she's just paying off all these things. Wow, these are different orders. Yeah, I've never done it. If you've done it, let me know your experiences, guys. Some millennials are turning to Afterpay and finding it harder to manage their finances. My brain, $100 at checkout. Nah. 4 payments of $25 with Afterpay. OMG, it is on sale. Well, yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's what's happening here is you're pegging the price at a high point. You're setting an anchor at $100, and then $25, even over 4 payments, is looking like a cheap option for you. You know, but here's the thing: you go, oh, I'm not paying credit; it's fine. I'm not getting charged interest. That interest is getting built into the cost of the product. The company that is selling you the product or the goods or services is building that fee they have to pay Afterpay into the product. So it's just hidden. It's just hidden. So is Afterpay compatible with good financial management? The company's official marketing channel, and I'm not trying to imply it is. For example, this post showed up on the company's Facebook page the other day. Partner, we need to get real. No more online ordering and limit to 1 coffee a day. Yeah, that sounds good. Me, unfollow. Afterpay truth. Yeah, well, there you go. Limited to 1 coffee a day. Well, I would suggest you get rid of that 1 coffee and you pay that off your mortgage. You pay that off your mortgage. So, when your man looks away, Afterpay. Yeah, well, there you go. This post not only suggests that couples are having different opinions on Afterpay, also that women are more likely to misuse the platform than men. Well, it's probably true. We've seen that in other comments. This next post even appears to suggest lying to your partner about expenditures. Partner, how much was that? Only $25 in itself. 4 equal, convenient, and manageable payments. Well, yeah, that's what it is. This is to do with anchoring. It's to do with psychological manipulation. It's getting people to take on more debt for worthless garbage that you will never be able to sell for the same price. So this is all just good fun, right? Right? Yeah, of course. No, it's not, Mr. Journalist. Let's look back at this, guys. It's not just good fun. Afterpay has so far managed to shrug off any serious criticism that it is harming people's financial security while also managing to avoid major financial regulation. There's the trick. Because it doesn't charge people interest, just late fees, it is not counted as a lender and does not face the onerous legislation that credit card lenders face. The business niche it seems to have found itself in is so fast growing and promising that big guns are joining in to take Afterpay on. Visa has begun its own buy now, pay later version of Afterpay, and that's where the latest criticism of Afterpay comes in. It comes from Professor Scott Galloway, a New York University professor. Afterpay has so far managed to shrug off any it's doubling up, sorry. A New York University professor of business who shot to prominence in recent weeks for calling out WeWork. the scorchingly hot US startup that was set to go public on its overvalued business model. WeWork it's a strange one. They're taking on long-term leases in commercial premises and then fitting them out, investing a shit ton of money into these fit-outs, and then renting them out to, short people like me, one-man bands that just want a hot desk or a small office. Then the same buildings, the same owners of those assets can do the same thing on another floor and undercut them. So it's really strange. I don't know how it could be so overvalued. There's a lot of funny things going on and I haven't really looked into it much, into the US market, just with regards to unicorns being overvalued. It screams like the internet bubble, when pets.com had an insane valuation, all these crazy things. In a sign of Professor Galloway's clout, WeWork decided not to go public, and serious questions are now being asked about whether it will have to shrink or go broke. So when Professor Galloway speaks, people listen. And what are you saying about Afterpay's business is that it is extremely vulnerable. It has no defense, like patents, proprietary technology, or network effects that would prevent competitors from walking in and stealing its customers. Yes, exactly. And this is what is the proudly Australian business that is representing our nation abroad, guys. Okay? This is it. Buy now, pay later. This is our innovation. Professor Galloway calls these defences moats in reference to the watery ditches that protect castles from attack. These buy now, pay later disruptors have puddles, not moats, which credit card companies can likely breach and step over. These stocks will likely be halved in the next 12 months as Visa rolls out its product. Professor Galloway is not the only US academic who has popped up in the news relating to Afterpay in the last few days, and not the most famous either. If Professor Galloway had seen who Afterpay just hired, he may never have made that prediction. Really? The small Aussie firm just recruited former Harvard University president and former top economic advisor under Barack Obama, Larry Summers, to their advisory board. Okay? So, it's common practice for these type of companies to get lots of big name people on their boards. What was that one? The blood testing company with the first female billionaire that turned out to be an entire con that didn't work, and all the famous people on their boards. So, I mean, whoop-de-doo. And, cool. That's an extremely big name in the world of high finance, and one that suggests Afterpay is not expecting to be a small fish in a big pond that is America. Whether Visa can beat them or not is going to be fascinating to watch over the next little week or while. And Jason Murphy is an economist and author of the new book Incentivology. So that's very interesting to see this take on it. But I mean, fundamentally, it just comes down to it's easy to replicate. It's easy to replicate, and it's a problem. And I would say it's one of the reasons why consumer credit is going up, and people get hit when they make missed payments and gets trapped in the late fees. This is not an innovation to be proud of. It is not an innovation to be proud of. Let me know what you all think in the comments, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Please, if you like this type of content, want to help me produce more, I have a Patreon and Subscribe Star. That all helps very much. And I will see you all again next time. Take care. Oops, I've got to jump over to my outro. I'll see you then.